guys, it's Rachel and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing something a little bit differently. So I'm going to show you guys my everyday glowy makeup. I can't take total credit for this because I watch a lot of makeup tutorials and I love to pick up tips. But one YouTuber I absolutely love on here is Daisy Cash. She just does like the most effortless, pretty makeup looks, and I have a hard time finding people with similar skin tones to me and similar coloring. Makeup styles, I guess, if that makes any sense. So I was really lucky that I came across her channel like I guess 3 years ago, and I love her stuff. It's so easy to follow, so I'm gonna link her channel down below just because I get so much inspo from there. Also, I love the Vogue makeup tutorials right now, so I have just been really watching those a lot just because it's such an effortless like looking dewy glow. So I'm going to show you guys all the products I use from day to day if I am wearing makeup for the day, and we're just gonna get started. All I have on my face right now, not wearing any makeup. I do have my eyelashes done, so I'm going to just show you guys what I have been using. So one thing I like to prep my face with is this hyaluronic acid by The Ordinary. It's just like a super easy thing that just makes my skin a lot more plump. Basically, if you have really dry skin, hyaluronic acid is a godsend, so I'm gonna link it down below. I've also been using sunscreen every single day. I am like a complete sunscreen, like total, I don't know, fiend. But this is the Shiseido sunscreen that I've been using. It was recommended to me and one of my cousins actually uses it as well. So, so far hasn't been breaking me out or anything. I have that issue with face sunscreens a lot. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know, but I've been really liking this one so far. Are just going to get started. So excited, guys. I never do these like makeup tutorials. The way I normally start is just by concealing, and I have 3 concealers that I really like, but it depends on what kind of coverage you want. So I'm going to try out all of them for you guys, even though I probably would only stick to one normally. So I'm just going to show you guys how these all look on my face, but these are the ones I've been really liking. I guess the least amount of coverage, I would use the Glossier Stretch Concealer, and I am in shade medium. For like a medium coverage, I recommend the Age Rewind Concealer. You guys know this product if you guys are like a major beauty follower. Love this. And if I have a really like gnarly pimple, guys, the Too Faced Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. My mom picked this up and I really like it, and that's why I've been using it. So today I'll be using mostly the Glossier Stretch Concealer. Honestly, I just dip my finger in like this, and we're going to put it on just a few dots on my face. I'm going to cover one thing up with the other concealer, Too Faced one, just so you guys can see the difference. But this one, I usually just kind of rub it into my nose a little, and I don't find this that drying, which is why I like it. And guys, I think I'm an anomaly by saying that I don't use anything under my eyes really. I've tried, but it just doesn't work for me. It doesn't work. I don't know. I don't really have like really large under eye circles, so that's why I don't use it. Yeah, I probably would use this under my eyes if I had something like that. And then I'm going to take the Too Faced just to show you guys, because I would not use this every day, but let's do it. Like, I have a dark spot right there, so we're going to go right there. And I'm going to pat it in so you guys can see that's already so much fuller than the other coverage. So if you guys are more comfortable with something fuller coverage, I would use something like this. I don't have a beauty blender right now, which is why I'm not using it. And honestly, I feel like I just use too much product when I have a beauty blender, so I just go in with my finger and then pat it. And then I have one little dot on my nose right here, so I'm going to take the Stretch Concealer again. And then we're just going to blend that out as well. Put a little bit too much on, but that's okay. We could do that nose thing that everyone does. I'll show you guys how I contour my nose too, because it took me a really long time to figure that out, because I don't have like a very long nose. Like, I mean, not long nose. I don't really have a high bridge or anything. And if you have like a little squishy nose like me, I feel like there's not a lot of tutorials that like talk about that, so I will show you guys how I do it, and it just gives you like a nice wash to even out your skin tone. That's why I like using it. So that's literally all the face stuff I do. Sometimes I do it around my corners of my mouth and stuff, but that's literally all of the face like coverage I use in terms of foundation and stuff. I don't really use foundation day to day, so I just go in and do what I've learned from all these tutorials and just really just blend it out with my fingers. I like the imperfections in skin. I think it makes your skin look a lot more natural. I actually think it almost makes your skin look better than when you are totally like one color. I think, like, I don't know, it's just something really comfortable and really easy. I guess we can move on to the eyebrows. So I use this Misha pencil. If you guys know, this is my Misha eyebrow styler. And it comes with a spoolie on the end, and that, obviously the lids aren't on it because they're somewhere hidden in that disaster of a bag. But one thing I learned from Kristen Dominique's channel is that the closer you hold your brush, the more intense the product will go on. The further you hold it, the less intense. I've been trying to go in with like a lighter hand just because I feel like my brows just come out a lot more natural that way. And the way I like the shape is, I'll probably draw it out, it's like this. So like straight at the top and then taper at the end. Straight at the top, taper at the end. So I'm gonna go in, and this has like a really nice little angle. And let's just do this. So go in like this, really, really light. I don't have a lot at the end, so that's why I kind of have to draw it in, but I don't want to like add too much, you know? I love the way like all the K-beauty eyebrows, like that style looks. I think it looks really good. So I've been trying to kind of adapt that into mine. I've always done my brows pretty full, but I just don't want to go overboard. So I always brush them out. And honestly, eyebrows is like the only thing I would do if I had to like get ready for the day. Sometimes I would just fill in my eyebrows and then go. Like I don't wear any other makeup just because I feel like they help frame my face a lot better. Okay, so I feel like that is probably the amount that I would do. I'm just brushing it out just so it doesn't feel super penciled in. So now I'm gonna lock it in with the Boy Brow. You guys can see mine's super faded. And I think that's just an issue with their packaging. Like this isn't even that old and like it's totally faded just by the friction of my other makeup. But we are going to just brush. I find that this makes the hairs on my eyebrows just look a little bit thicker and less sparse, so guys, if I were just like running out the door and I needed to look halfway presentable, this is what I would do. Honestly, my eyelash extensions just make it so easy for me because like I don't wear any I don't really wear any eyeliner or anything like that. I'm gonna show you a little trick I do normally now, but like you could totally, I don't know, I just feel like this is like it already looks like it's done. But we're gonna take it a step further and I'm gonna show you guys how I contour and give myself that really bronzy look. And the product I'm gonna be using today is the Milk Makeup matte bronzer, and this one's in Blaze. So I think they have a bunch of different shades, but I always pick the darkest one because I like looking really bronze, and I feel like my skin only looks right with a color like that. So we are going to carve out the cheekbones. I have high cheekbones already, so I just kind of go along the line. I don't like try to shape them differently. So I'll go cheekbone, forehead, and then jawline, and then we're going to do a little bit on my nose, but I'll show you guys how I do that after. So if you ever see something not blend out, it's this, because it takes a lot to blend. And I'm just going to take just a fluffy brush and we're going to just go in small circles up and down. You could also blend this out with your fingers, but I find a brush just really diffuses the product and not make it look as like, I don't know, streaky or anything. So we're going to do my forehead. Just again, little circles. And I'm holding my brush really close to my hand because I really want this to be diffused. You obviously don't want it to look streaky or anything, even though I have my moments. You guys see, it just adds like a really nice depth to the face that's like super natural. So that looks pretty nice. And then we're going to do the jawline. This is where I always F up the blending. Okay, so I feel like that added a lot of color and bronze to our face. So now we are going to go in and do the nose. Okay guys, I feel like I finally kind of figured this out and what I like. So basically, I don't have a super high nose bridge, and I know there's a lot of Asian girls who have the same thing. I've talked about this with so many people and people were like, oh my god, like Asian girl struggles, I get it. I don't like to change the shape of my nose, but I do like to make it look like a little bit more slender. I like the roundness of it, like that little like Selena Gomez nose, like I like that, but I basically just want to make my bridge look a lot more prominent because I feel like that's where I'm lacking volume on my face, And I just also want it to be evenly bronzed with the rest of my face without it looking too like flat, like the color, you know what I mean? Like you want dimension. So I'm going to take a little bit on my ring finger of the same bronzer. We are going to pat it straight down like this. You don't need a lot of product because there's like so much that goes on your nose. And if you have like, if your nose goes like this and then like you have like your little nostrils here, I just like continue straight, almost ignore the nostrils. You just want it to go straight. And then I put a little bit on the tip of my nose, but I don't really have much of a nose tip. Like it just kind of ends where my nostrils go, so I don't need that. If you wanted to, I guess, make it look more buttony, you could do that. And then I take my brush, I squish it like this. This is so not legit, guys. And then I just kind of blend it out, and I switch between this and my fingers. The worst is when your nose contour isn't totally out, like isn't totally blended. Because you don't want it to look like super like two straight lines and then your highlight, right? Like no one likes that look. So you just want it to look very soft and very diffuse. A little goes a long way. I pretty much blended all of it out, but I feel like that made such a big difference. And then I like to go in sometimes and I'll touch it up with a little bit more product just right around here, because that's where I find that makes the most difference. If you have a really little squishy nose like me, mine's not even that little, but if you have a squishy nose like me, by meaning like it's just kind of flat right here, I hope this helps. This is what I do. So you're not trying to like de-squish your nose, you're just trying to kind of just give it a little bit more shape. That's what I do. That's it. Super easy. So we'll go in with a highlighter after, but that's like pretty much all I do on my nose. So we are going to add some blush, and I switched between these two blushes by Nude Sticks. I discovered Nude Sticks this summer. I never had any products from them, and now I'm obsessed with these. Like, they're so great. These are the all over face colors. I just want to find the other one too because it's so good. Here. So this is Naughty and Spice, and then this one is Deep Maple, eh? Super Canadian. They're a Canadian brand, which I love, but I'm gonna go with Naughty and Spice today just because I want something a little bit pinker. This one's more like a deep red color, so if you're going out at night and you're going to do like a darker lip, I feel like that looks really good. But the great thing about this is I also put it on my lips, and the brush on the end is super dense. So really like this product. I think it's really, really great, especially for girls on the go. So let's go take a little bit. So I'm gonna just put a little bit on my finger and tap. And I work with all cream products, guys, because I have a really like dry skin problem. I get eczema, so cream products just work better for me. So we're going to do that. And just on the center of my cheeks is where I like to focus. And I'm going to take a fluffy brush and then just kind of rub it out. Okay, so after that, I also like to take a little bit on my finger, and I'm going to put it and swish it just across my nose. Like, seriously, not a lot of product at all. But I like to just put it a little bit over just for that like sunburnt look. I learned that from a Vogue tutorial. It's really, really slight, but I think it makes like all the difference. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to move on to eyes, because I like to finish with my highlight just so it's like super fresh with everything else. So I'm wearing eyelash extensions right now, but I have been using the Glossier Lash Slick. It's a mouthful. I like using this on my, I guess, mascara. What am I talking about? I like using this on my lower lashes. So I'm going to be taking this, and I'm also going to be taking this really super old Naked palette, guys. But basically, if you have a powder bronzer, I find that powder just works better on my eyes in general, so it's not like super like greasy. But I like taking the color Naked from this little palette. It's just this really, like, it's really slight. Like, that's such a slight little wash right there. And Naked 2 or Faint from these mini palettes. I'm not sure if they even have this anymore, but I'll try to link the color down. And I just take a little bit of it, and we're going to just put it on my eyelid. And this is if I'm filming and I want a little bit more depth on my eye. And we're just going to be really gentle here. Honestly, eyelash extensions just make a huge difference, guys. And I'll just rub that in really slight. And then sometimes I just kind of do a little bit of the bottom. That's pretty much all I do for my eyes, and then I'll finish off with Glossier Lash Slick. I really like this mascara, but it's not as easy to take off as everyone says it is, or maybe I'm doing it wrong, but like, I don't think it's that easy to take off. We're gonna go on the bottom lashes. I would go with my top, but obviously I have lash extensions on, so we're not gonna do that, so just the bottom. I don't have long bottom lashes at all, but I have been using Rapid Lash to try to get them together. Now we are going to add the highlight, and you guys always ask me what highlight I'm wearing. How do I make my skin look super glowy? So this is the highlight I have from Flesh, and we are just going to put this on my nose. This one is in Twitch. Again, super, super bronzy and copper toned. So we're gonna put a little bit on my cheeks right here, a little bit on up here, and then we're also gonna put right in the center of the nose bridge, and then we're gonna do the tip of the nose, and then the top of the lip, center, and bottom. So, and then we're just gonna blend with your finger. We're gonna finish with the lips now, because you guys have been asking me, like, I got so many comments lately on what lip gloss I'm wearing, because I'm finally wearing lip product. So guys, lately, besides lip balm, which I just use Vaseline, a lot of people know that already, but I use the Naughty and Spice that we used on the apples of our cheeks, and I take my finger and just add a wash of color. So it's just like, it's like you've eaten a raspberry, you know? Like that. I obviously, you guys probably know this if you watched me for a while, never had my lips done, never had fillers in my lips, but this gives you like an instant lip job. I'm not even joking. This is the Pat McGrath lip gloss in Blitz Gold, and it's just all these little gold reflex, and it makes you look so like juicy. You see what I mean? Like, just instant. It makes your lips look just so full and so pretty. So now that we're done, guys, we are going to go in with these sprays. This is the NYX Dewy Finish Spray. I use this while I'm filming because when I change, I get like kind of sweaty and like I'm scared about my makeup running or anything. So I like to use this, but I also use the Fresh Vitamin Nectar just to set if I'm just going every day. But today we'll do NYX just for fun. And it just helps everything set and everything stay together. But guys, this is literally all that I do. We're done. So guys, that is the end of my glowy makeup tutorial. If you guys like this, let me know. I'll have all the products listed down below. You guys know I don't normally do this, but so many of you were asking me how I do my makeup and that my makeup is looking like extra glowy these days. So I want to share my secrets with you. If you guys like this, head on over to my Instagram because I'm going to have some beauty content over there, maybe on my IGTV. Let me know what you guys think. So that being said, I'm going to go, but I'll talk to you guys soon.